Hi, I'm Tim Nesmith, Ship Superintendent and Education Outreach Coordinator for the USS KIDD Veterans Museum, and today we're talking about some of our favorite artifacts from the collection. One of mine is this flag. This is a 48-star U.S. flag that flew aboard the KIDD during the Kamikaze attack off of Okinawa on April 11, 1945. This flag would have been flying from the battle gaff on the aft smokestack, and on the aft smokestack, there used to be a platform in her 1944 configuration that held the gun directors for the twin 40 millimeters. Now we have quads, but back then she had twins that were right alongside the stack. Lieutenant Bill Barnhouse was on that platform directing, in charge of those guns, and when the plane hit, it ruptured the boilers in the forward fire room, and all that superheated steam gushed up through the smokestack of the forward stack. And as it rises, of course, it's cooling and it condenses back down into water, but it's still very hot, scalding water. And it rained down on the crewmen out on the decks aft of that smokestack. And right behind that aft smokestack by a few feet is the aft smokestack. I think I said aft smokestack. I meant forward smokestack. But anyway, it rains down from the forward stack onto the aft stack and everybody on the aft parts of the ship. And Bill gets scalded. And the explosion of the bomb just seconds later knocked him down and knocked him out. When he came to, the ladder for that platform was destroyed. There was no way for him to get down easily. He was able to work his way around the top of the stack and scurry down the piping on the back of the stack and via the battle gaff, the staff that this flag was flying on. So this flag was very much in his memory. That's what caught his attention and made him go around the stack. So that was in Bill's memory, but nobody ever knew what happened to the flag. The executive officer, Burdick Britton, was wounded in the attack. Eventually, he got relieved of command and sent to a hospital ship, and eventually makes his way all the way back to Bethesda, Maryland, to the Naval Hospital there. At some point in the aftermath of the attack, after they made port, someone in the crew was sent to his quarters to pack up his belongings and ship them to him. And he had a sea chest there, and they packed the sea chest up, sent it off. And when Mr. Britton got out of the hospital, he goes back home, spends a few weeks with his family, still recuperating, and his sea chest finally catches up with him. And he opens it up, and the first thing that he sees is this tattered, torn, in some cases scorched, battle flag from the ship, nicely folded up on top of all his belongings. Somebody apparently decided that, Mr. Britton deserves this flag. And so he had it for years hanging in his office at home. And at some point, he calls his son Christopher in to talk with him. And Chris had always kind of taken an interest in his naval career. And he presented the flag to Chris and said, "This is yours from now on." Chris took it, saved up his money, and got it with a conservator. They cleaned it up. They made sure it wasn't going to deteriorate any further. They put it into this framing, protecting against UV light and humidity, that sort of thing. And he took a nice little road trip with his dad, not telling him where they were going. Just, "Dad, come take a ride with me." And they rode up to where the conservator's office was, and she presented him with the flag, and he said it's the one time he ever saw his dad get really emotional, and he really treasured that memory of that special connection with his dad over this flag. So in 2017, his dad, of course, has passed on by now, but in 2017, Chris came to our annual observance for the Kamikaze attack here in Baton Rouge aboard ship and presented both the flag and the steam trunk, the sea chest that his dad had shipped home, that this flag came in, to the museum for display. And this is one of the artifacts that we're going to incorporate into a new Life on a Destroyer exhibit coming in the coming months after the ship gets home. The steam chest, the steam trunk sea chest, will actually be in the XO's quarters. You'll be able to look around the corner and be able to see in there, and his sea chest will be right there next to the bulkhead. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you soon.
Hey guys, my name is Omar Girona. I'm the exhibits planner here and community outreach coordinator for the USS KIDD Veterans Museum. If you liked this video and want to see more like this, you can always go support us over on our Patreon. On Patreon, we do more behind the scenes footage as well as our curators book reading club, and we do more behind the scenes footage of our archives. All donations go to us. We are a nonprofit and we fully thank you for wanting to support us. If you want to donate directly, you can go to usskidd.com or just by watching these videos, it helps us so much. So be sure to like and subscribe. Take care.
Hey guys, it's me Omar again, and we're here with some bonus footage. So, we're in our Kamikaze exhibit area. This is on the first floor of the museum, and we had the 80th anniversary that just passed. This was about 2-3 weeks back, and we made a new exhibit. And so this exhibit is something that was collaborative through our museum staff here, from myself as exhibits planner. We had Elijah, who is our museum curator. We have Michaelin, who is over all of our archival stuff. We had Mr. Park Stevenson, who did the backside of this thing. And it was an all hands-on thing. So we actually took a pre-existing case and repurposed it for this exhibit. And so you'll see there's a huge replica of the Kamikaze pilot, a Mr. Lieutenant Yaguchi. And we do have some storytelling in here that tells the story of his life, or what we do know information-wise. We even have a photo of Mr. Yaguchi. So this was the pilot that actually struck the kid. There's lots of small details here. There's also a lot of artifacts that are throughout the entire display case. On the right-hand side, we've got a bomb tank switch, we've got a operational guide, we have a piston from the plane, and we even have this brass knob from the Kamikaze plane. Lots of information that's been preserved thanks to our archival team and our museum curator. So this all can be seen for right now. This display case is a temporary exhibit. So if you want to come see this, you can come see it right now. We are not sure of the expiration date, but it is probably going to be midsummer-ish, so around the corner. On the other side, we've got some USN Japanese aircraft and ship ID cards. These are an original set. There's also this really cool backstory to this matchbox, which is on display. This matchbox was used to hold fragments from the Kamikaze attack, so pieces of shrapnel from the plane, and that's on display, which we have here, you can see. The last two items are, we have a carburetor from the Kamikaze plane, as well as a radio piece of the engine. So this was like an engine mount or a piece of the engine. And we have these at really good eye levels for kids. So if you're coming as a family, there's something for everyone in this display case. And if you want to know about the men who lost their lives, the whole backside of this case has tons of information. That was all done by our executive director, Mr. Park Stevenson. I hope you guys like this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And thanks for watching our videos here at the USS KIDD Veterans Museum. Cool. Peace.
In that Patreon, so it's a lot of fun to have that in there. I'm not going to use this video. I'm going to use the first one. All right, cool, perfect. Awesome. Yeah, I nailed it the first time. It's crazy how I'm like,